Je m'appelle Valérie Belin, je suis artiste et photographe donc. J'ai débuté ma carrière dans les années 90 après avoir fait l'école des beaux-arts. I didn't do a photographic school, so my learning was mainly about sculpture, painting, minimal art and Italian Baroque art. So I would say that my work is really coming from those two very paradoxical, different artistic movements. One playing with the many details, theatrical lights. The minimal art was, on the contrary, playing on a very strict protocol, the reduction of form. My first work were mainly in black and white and dealing mainly with the matter of things. My first series were about crystals, silver, objects. For me, the crystals object was a kind of metaphor of a body, you know, a transparent body. So it's like a portrait of an object. For me, the car crash is also a kind of body. You can feel the desire of reaching the human figure, because for me a car is really something that reminds you the people that were inside the car. Then you have the bodybuilder series. It's like a metallic body, like the car crash, like the crystals, like the silver. They are so shiny, so the light is really important in the picture. And also in black and white, they become like in between objects and human beings. That's why they were exactly the perfect typology for me to make my first picture with people. The first portrait in the classical sense of the term were the transsexual series. Of course, the transsexual for me were also very linked to the bodybuilders, because they are people who want to transform themselves. All my subjects, in a way, are people who want to change themselves, who want to be an image, who want to reach a kind of stereotype. The mannequins were chosen because of their very hyper-realistic style, and they are molded on real women at the beginning, and then of course idealized, transformed to make the perfect woman. But in a way, from the beginning, they are a kind of photography in 3 dimensions of a real woman. And then, of course, when you see the picture, you first have the feeling it's a real girl. But then, when you go closer to the print itself, you can see that something is wrong. You can feel it's not a real person, it's an object. So you are seduced by the beauty of the girl, which is something that allows you to look at it. And then you're wondering what is happening here. I just want to communicate a certain instability of life, a certain uncanny feeling that I have for my own person. Women are more, for me, a kind of victim of stereotypes. I think it's something that it's almost unconscious, but we are every day attacked by those stereotypes, and especially with television, with magazines, with every kind of media. I think we are living in a world of superimposition. And during the day you have a cell phone, you have a computer, a laptop, you have people speaking to you, dealing with different levels of information and more sophisticated and unreal also aspect of our life. So I think my work is also a translation of this matter of fact. Painted ladies, for me, it's a kind of total creation from nothing, you know, because those female models from model agency, for me, were a kind of empty shape that I could use to create character. And those characters are character from today's, meaning they are kind of digital creation as well. It's like if those girls were not existing at the beginning and the work of making the photograph with the makeup make them alive, like almost like Frankenstein. I am in a laboratory creating someone who doesn't exist.